And I assume we are connecting to Paris, at least to France. And our guest is Gabriel. Gabriel, can you hear us?
Yeah, hi guys.
Okay.
Where are you? Are you in Paris?
I'm in Paris right now, yeah.
Okay.
Must be.
How many steps did you make today?
Do I need to say the truth?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I'm around 3,000 right now.
Oh, that's
For
better
today?
than me. That's better
Yeah.
than me.
That's a lot better. So, so Gabriel works for a really cool company. They actually have an app called WeWard, and the WeWard app rewards you for walking. So the idea is exciting and brilliant, and it actually rewards you with certain incentives or coupons. And yeah, I'm sure you have a presentation that you want to share with us.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm
Okay.
very happy to have you
Cool.
because this was a very last notice call, and you guys were spontaneous enough to do it. And yeah, so welcome to Greentech.Live, and I hope you have fun. We hope you have fun. And he's actually using your app.
Yeah, I just downloaded it,
Yeah.
and since I downloaded it, I think one hour ago, I made already more than 600 steps.
And you have another fan in our
That's
team.
good.
That's Gabriel. He's like back in the studio,
Okay.
one of our guys. And he had how many steps do you have, Gabriel? Our Gabriel? Oh, he already earned 100 wards. Well, so
That's good, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Gabriel, we're eager to learn more about your app, and if you have a presentation, please feel free to share your screen.
Yeah, actually I do have a presentation, but since I'm a Google Meet addict and not a Zoom addict, I just have to quit and to be back because that's
No
what
worries.
my Mac asks me to do.
No worries.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll be right there.
Google Meet, I use Google a lot, and I love Gmail, but I don't really like the Google Meet thing so much because they want to really take over your system all the time.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Not so smart, right? Okay.
Whenever, Gabriel, whenever you're ready. Okay. So we might have a technical issue with the presentation. He's switching channels.
Yeah, should be good.
He's
actually.
rebooting.
Now, I hear him.
Should be good,
Yeah.
no?
1 second.
Okay. Here he is.
Can you see-
Okay, very good.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gabriel, this is your show, huh?
Thank you guys. First, thank you for the opportunity, even though it was pretty late speaking slot. It's always great to speak about WeWard, especially in this Greentech.Live. So the idea for me is just to present you quickly the app, to make you understand what the app is about, how it works concretely, how we make money, because also that's a really big question behind it, because it can seem magical to see, okay, we are rewarding you for the steps that you make, but there is a financial logic behind. So just let me dive into it. So the first thing I wanted to speak about is how WeWard was born, and also when, because it's a pretty new idea actually, because it was born in 2019 in France. And the idea behind it was basically we knew that rewarding people, giving them an incentive to do something is something that works very well in the retail industry. And we thought about, okay, we need to find something to counteract all the Uber Eats, Deliveroo, that basically they encourage you to stay in your couch. So we wanted to do something that goes around that new wave. And so we thought, okay, let's reward people for something that they already do, and that is something that is really good for their health. So let's reward people for walking. So that's what we started to do in 2019 in France, and that we've been doing since. So basically, we have 3 big subjects within WeWard, because we know that by rewarding people for walking, basically what we do is that we improve the health, we improve ecology for the planet, and we also improve local vitality for the local businesses. And I'll tell you about it. So basically, for the health, we know that walking is one of the best thing to do to be healthy. Actually, it's just to walk. If you walk a certain amount of steps every day, you'll be healthy. So that's something that's proven everywhere in all the studies that you can find anywhere. And another thing is that when you walk, you don't take another means of transportation that can be polluting, and that's very good. We also have lots of our users that sometimes they get off the bus or the metro 1 or 2 stops before to make more steps because they want to have their rewards, and so by doing that they consume consume less CO2. So that's something also that is great for us. And the last thing also that we love to do is that we love to boost the local vitality. And the way we do that is that we reference on the app. We have a map where we reference local businesses, independent businesses, and we drive more traffic for them by rewarding people for visiting their stores. So basically, we have those 3 axes that we really like to talk about, and that are our 3 core subjects. And so basically, in the app, the concept is that we are rewarding you for walking. So today we are already rewarding 7 million of people for walking every day. And the way it works is that you walk, you have a healthy behavior. We are rewarding you for that behavior by giving you some points, and then you can redeem those points by in a shop that we have. And the way that you can redeem those points is you have many gifts that we can give. Basically, you can have a wire transfer directly to your bank account. You can have gift codes. You can make also donation to charities. And for example, since last week, we've made a partnership with the UN in France, and we are making donations for Ukraine, for example. So we have a lot of things there are a lot of ways that you can use your points in a healthy way. You can use it also for donations, so that's great. So many behaviors that we compensate, basically. So the idea in the app is that we don't only reward you for your steps, because it's not enough. So we also rewarding you for different healthy challenges, like making a certain number of steps during a certain amount of time, or making a certain number of steps on a number of consecutive days. So you have to, for example, do 100K steps on 10 days consecutively. So that's something that makes you want to walk every day, and that makes you want to improve also the number of steps that you do. And the metrics that we are the most proud of, actually, is that we saw an increase of 24% in the walking time for our users. So basically, when you compare users, when he didn't have WeWard, he was walking 24% less, basically. So that's something that we're really proud of, because it improves your health, it improves ecology for the planet, and it also helps the independent local businesses. So that's something that's really great for us. And so I put some screen of the app to better show you how it works. So from left to right, so on the first one, you have the homepage of the app. So this is basically what you see, your number of steps. So this is a screen, as you can see there is like only 129 steps, since it was done in the morning, basically on the day on working from home. So this is for me like the best example of, okay, this is what's happening right now with working from home is also like a big subject, because people are not working enough. That's also why I decided to put that screen when you see a number of steps that is very low. Is a subject that is very present for us, and that we are really working on, is to make people that are working from home also work more, and to make them just stand up from their chair for 5 minutes and just go for a walk. Sometimes can be really beneficial both for your productivity and for your health. So that's only beneficial for you. So second screen you can see here is the social screen, because basically what we do is that we enable you to connect with your friends and family, so that you can see the performance that they have, and you can compare. You can also send yourself messages, and also this is something that we really want to improve in the future, is to make the app even more social, because we think that that comparing with your friends and family is something that can really drive you to even make more steps, because this is our objective in the end, is to make people walk more, basically. So Yeah, that's for it. For the first screen that I showed, so it can show you the map that I was talking about, where we are referencing some local businesses and some new places around. We also reference touristic places like big parks that you can find, big green spaces. And the last screen that you can see is where you can redeem your points. So, for example, you can see the value of your points in euro, and you can see also all the gifts that the way you can redeem your points by giving so to association, or even like money directly to your bank account. So I wanted to tell you also a bit about the business model, because this is a question that we get a lot, because basically I know that when we arrive in a new country, there is a question that say, okay, we know that if it's free, it means that you're the product. This is something that we've been, I think, we've been hearing a lot. And so this is what people think about WeWard. It's either that or it's a scam. That's why I really want to explain, like, for me, it's really important also to explain how the business model works, so that everyone understands how the money is coming from, how it's funded, and that it is legitimate, basically. So the business model, so since it sounds like magic, but so the few tricks, the first trick is the independent businesses. This is one of our business model, basically, that we are driving traffic for them. So this basically is we get a commission for each new visit that we generate for a shop. We also offer online placements on our app for brands that are related to health and lifestyle. So this is a way also, because we are commissioned on the things that are on all the products that our users they buy through our links. So basically, this is an affiliation business. And we also have what I call voluntary advertising, because we never show advertising that is not asked, but you can also like be rewarded if you look at an advertising. And we are working also today with special actor to only advertise products that are related to sports or to health. This is something that we need to improve, I know, also on, but it's something that I think is also very virtuous, and that is it can only make good for our users. So that's one of the main that's our main like sources of revenue, and this is the way that basically we make the magic happen. So the magic is we transform your steps into money, and this is what we do. And basically we work on all those business models to make this magic work. So that's the way we do it. So I wanted to jump also basically on the numbers that we have today for WeWard. So today it's the app is present in 5 countries. It's present in France, in Belgium, in Spain, in Italy, and now in Germany. And actually, I'll give you like an exclusive, is that today we're going to release in the UK. So it's a pretty big day for us too. So I guess it was a great sign of fate to also speak here at the Greentech today to announce you that. And so basically our biggest markets today are Germany and France and Italy. We launched in Italy only 3 months ago, and we are already at 2 million users. And so we expect to see the same kind of growth in Germany. We think that Germany has an even bigger potential for us. We know that we have a really good product market fit in Germany, and that we have a lot of room to grow there and to be really useful, and to be really useful for all the people that are working in Germany, which makes a lot of people. So that would be great. Today, in terms of what we already distributed to our users, so it's around 2 million euros. It says here that it's including 60k euros to charities. I can already tell you that since last week, this figure of 60k to charities it doubled, because since we put the donation to the possibility to give to the UN for Ukraine, it actually doubled in a week. So that's something that's also it's great. It's that it can show that we can federate a great community around the project that we have on the app. So that makes us feel great and motivates us even more to have great projects on the app to support those. We also have, so as you can see here, we have great partners in the sports industry. So so we want to also grow with them on the market. And one thing, so I have 5 minutes left. I wanted to talk also a bit about tech, because I know that this is a tech show. Yeah, it's a green tech show. So so basically, what you get about tech in the app is that we have developed our own pedometer within the app for Android users. That's something interesting. We also have a lot of algorithms to find out who is trying to cheat on the app, because this is something that basically happens when there is a financial incentive. There is sometimes there is a lot of cheats, and so you need to also be able to catch those, to be able to only reward the good behaviors and not those one. And I think the biggest aspect also it's not about technology, but it's more about science tech. It's the psychology, because we know that people, they come on the app, our users, they come on the app because of the proposition, the value proposition, which is great. It tells you it's super sexy. Okay, you can come to WeWard, and it will reward you. You can earn money for something that you already do. So that's something it's like a no-brainer. It's like, okay, I can get paid for something that I already do. Okay, let's do it. But people then, when they stay on the app, they around, like, I don't know, maybe they spend 2-3 weeks on the app, and they realize that they are not going to be a millionaire. They're not going to become billionaires with the app, because this is not the objective. But they stay on the app because we have a great retention rate. And basically, what it tells us is that we are really successful in motivating people to actually move, and if they stay on the app, it's because they want to actually improve on their behavior with walking. So that's something that's really great for us, and that's something that we are really working on, is all the motivational factors that make someone have a healthy behavior. So that's a big aspect for us, and it's something that we are really working on. And to be really concrete about what it means that we are working on, that is we are working on improving the gamification of the app to make it more of a game, because we found out that basically what our users love is the challenges that we have in the app that makes them even make more steps. So we are really working on transforming and shaping the app to make it a beautiful game, basically. So that's where we're heading. Basically, it's like to improve really what we're doing on social and on the gaming part, and to make the app also even better every day. And so so today, yeah, those are the metrics I thought that also could interest you, but already spoke about those. So the international presence, the fact that we are increasing the average time that users walk by 24%, and so this is maybe a kind of a vanity metrics with the millions of kilometers walked by our users since we launched, and here you have a distribution of the age of our users. So basically, there is a majority of less than 35 that are less than 35 years old. So yeah, I mean that makes sense. But we have everyone on board. So I guess this is a good point, is that we really want to make everyone walk. We don't do any discrimination. Everyone that can walk is will be welcome on WeWard. And so I wanted to finish with the coverage that we had in France, because maybe it can give us good ideas for the German market. We know that that people they like to talk about us because of the way that we achieve to redistribute a monetary value from a healthy behavior. I know that this is something that people they really love, and it's something that we are really proud of. So I wanted to finish with that. So yeah, thank you for listening, and I'm open to any question if you have some.
Thank you so much, Gabriel. I think you have every right to be proud of what you achieved. Mm-hmm. And as you mentioned, you have 2 million users in Italy, and this is just your second largest market, right? Or no, this is just the market that you launched recently, right?
Yeah, it's actually the second market, but it's one that we launched 3 months ago. So it happened pretty fast in Italy.
And in France, it's 3 million, is it?
In France, it's I guess it's around 4 or 5 million right now.
Oh my God, this is amazing. So overall, I see 4 layers in basically all these aspects that you bring to the table. So you have an app that helps to improve physical activity. You have a social thing, so people are actually connecting to each other and actually bring more business to local stores and local businesses. There is deals, so the incentive parts, yeah, and there is gifts, so basically the rewards that you call WeWards. So I'm curious about, let's say, the payouts, because you mentioned a big motivator for this kind of enterprise or this kind of app is people, they try to achieve something and they try to gain something. On the other hand, you mentioned there is cheating going on. I'm curious how they cheat and how you actually try to catch these guys. So tell us a little bit about the economics on all those specific pillars, and I'm sure Wolfgang has questions too, because he's a user and a fan, and our Gabriel over there, he's a big fan too. So Gabriel.
Yeah, that's good. No, so basically for the cheaters, I guess we have different problems depending on the country, because basically when we launched in France, we had a lot of cheater on some subjects. Then we caught like all the tricks and we solved it. And since we launched in Italy, we have basically they came up with new ideas, so we also need to counter those. So what they do sometimes is like you can cheat on your location. So you have like some apps that can both like fake the number of steps that you have, and also you can fake your location. So basically you can make us believe that you have visited a place that you have actually not visited at all, and so you can be rewarded for that. So this is a kind of cheat. There are also people that are using an electromagnetical scale, like that is doing just like that. But for me, this is funny because basically, if you want to have a lot of steps, you need to let your phone maybe, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 hours a day on it.
Yeah.
And and it costs 20 euros actually, the scale. So it's not a good investment because you won't get a lot with that. But anyway, yeah, to get back on the economics, I guess the main question that you have is how much I can get, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure you can't get rich.
Yeah, no, you won't get rich, but depending on your usage of the app, I guess that basically our users, they get between 20 and 200 euros per year, depending on the usage.
Okay.
Yeah, good point. Wolfgang.
Okay. Now I think I will be a big fan of this one. I just downloaded it, as I said, so would be a bit overdone if I said I am already a big fan. But yes, I think your idea is brilliant, and your business model is maybe even more brilliant, but a bit confusing to me. So I've got a couple of questions regarding details. as far as I understood, these shops, for instance, that are recommended are partners who then are motivated to give giveaways to the users, or how does it work? And also, what I didn't really understand is where your revenues come from as the developer of the app. I don't understand the mechanism behind it.
Sure. Yeah, sure. No, so basically the idea is that today we have a lot of traffic on the app. So we achieve to capture the value of this traffic by basically being the intermediary for brands that are selling products both online and online. When it's online, it's on directly on the app. So basically, it's like you use a link that we provide you, and basically you get points for if you buy, for example, a pair of shoes at Nike, you can get points for that. And basically, what we have from Nike is that we earn a commission. And basically, we split the commission 50% for us, 50% for the user. So that's the way we do. And so today we really capture the value of traffic, but tomorrow what we want to do is to capture the value of both health and ecology, because we improve ecology and health. So we know that we can work with insurances and so on.
Okay, now I understand a little bit better. It's a tricky economy.
But I'm sure he's a master of business as well, because he actually achieved to get Nike, and there's two big sports brands, and the one is from Germany, from Herzogenaurach, and Nike, and these guys are not really compatible, and you managed to get them into your system or your reward system, whatever you call it. And I'm also curious about the charitable cause that you mentioned. So basically, overall, this is not about making money. This is about, let's say, it's a fun app and gives you a little bit of a reward just for good conscience, I'll say, and you do something for yourself. But overall, you mentioned charitable causes that are a main driver for you. So maybe you can be a bit more specific about this.
Yeah. So basically, we have a lot of different kind of charities that we support. We have, for example, we have a big partnership also with that's a charity called Eden Reforestation. So basically they plant trees. So what we do is that you can spend your points to plant trees, so to actually improve the ecology. And this is something that we really like, because we know that the money that we already gave to this charity is enough to build a whole forest. So that's great. And we also have like different kind of stuff, like Ukraine, for example. We also have different kind of donations for charities that are helping kids. Sometimes we have basically what we do is that when we try to fund a charity, is that it's not just give for the charity, but it's give for a specific project of the charity. So we always negotiate with the charity to build a special project for WeWard users, so that when a user gives on the app, you know that he gives for a specific project, and he's not just giving €5 to the charity, but he's giving with a very specific purpose.
Okay, amazing story. Yeah, I would love to talk to you. Yeah, on and on, but we're just basically out of time. I hope we can reconnect at a certain point, and we will report on Wolfgang and Gabriel, our Gabriel's status on the rewards and the milestones they actually did. And thanks for the exclusive news. So you're launching in the UK today. That's great. So we will report that on our Twitter channel or wherever. If there's any comments on the project or on Gabriel, just tweet us or send us an email. And with that, all set. Anything?
Okay.
What's your founder story? Next time we'll talk about your founder story. And thanks again for joining from Paris, Gabriel. All the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Bye.